Alright fellas, the question I see all the time remains unanswered. What is the best army possible in Bannerlord? Is it a horde of cons guards, swarming with hit and run tactics, or a mix of Fian Champs and Imperial Elite Cataphract, sweeping everything in front of them aside? Is it masses of elite palace guards and Valandian sharpshooters, or some kind of mix of the best troops in the game? In this series, we'll look to explore and answer that question, as I put my 10,000 hours of Bannerlord to the test with 400 elite mixed units comprised of what I consider the best possible 400-man army in the game. We'll take on a variety of different challenges and, amplified by mods, enormous legions of the enemy to try and demonstrate the awesome power of the perfect Bannerlord army. A little bit of manipulation. I think both of these forces are going to engage. This is perfect. We are going to be able to fight both of these armies at the same time. This is going to be awesome. All right, we finally get a chance with our 400 guys to go against 4,000 here. We're a little bit banged up and under 400. Actually, I guess we're right over 400 troops for the army, so this is perfect. Welcome back again to another episode of Tactical Enlightenment. Our YouTube channel is dedicated to Bannerlord, and this side mini-series here is basically seeing how far an army that is incredibly well built with high-powered companions can go in Bannerlord. Here we're going to give it an extraordinary test. If both of these armies engage, and they should, it'll be 4,000 against our 400. We are a little bit banged up, but still ready to roll here. This map area of Calradia has some really interesting bridges and different places that maybe, just maybe, we can pull a battle like this off. Of course, we're going to have to use some level of tactics here, some kiting. I need my... you know what? Let's go with the very fast polearm for this battle. They have a bunch of cavalry. I was just taking a look at them there a second ago, and it's quite a bit of cavalry. Not a huge amount of archers. So this enemy force is going to have a lot of infantry and cavalry. So we will wield this very fast Jarl Scythe, a custom weapon, which will allow us to slice and dice men on horse. And the big key here, of course, is kiting. We're going to have to pull this enemy, although with so many cavalry, kiting might not be the thing. You know what? We're kind of fucked here. Let's see. That bridge is a choke point, but look how far back we are. We are going to have quite the race here to the bridge to try to plug that bridge and then, of course, pound it with ranged weapons. We have the ranged units to do this, right? We have maybe 60 overall crossbow. In fact, we'll zoom in here and give you a good look at the 4th Corps. This is our crossbow division. When you zoom in, every single guy there is a sharpshooter or a sergeant crossbow. In fact, we have like 75 crossbow. Now, the negative is that those guys will run out of ammo. The positive is that they're very solid infantrymen, right? So for a battle like this, I'm going to need squares. We're going to have to do a little bit of hand-to-hand. So those guys will help. The 5th Archers, of course, plenty of Fian Champs. We have like 100 Fian Champs in our army, and we're going to need that ammo in this battle, right? This is going to be a long battle, win or lose. I remind you, we narrate and play these live, and if we lose, we'll just reload the save game and move on. I've kind of decided we're not going to do do-overs like we did with the 300 series. Each one of these will be played once, and unless it's like an extraordinary circumstance, once only. Like maybe if it crashes or it's just a tragedy, well, I may not even show you every battle. Shit, this is going to be very close. They have breached the bridge with quite a few cavalry. I'm going to try to shove it with cavalry, set up our archers here, get skirmishers on the base, horse archers right in their face, and then really just try to bore in here and try to slow down this heavy cav charge. Of course, if this huge amount of heavy cavalry gets loose in our backfield, we are fucked. Now, that was intentional. I got off my horse here because I generally take less damage in this situation. I'm surrounded by Imperial Elite Cataphract. There's nobody else here to help me, really. So it's actually better for me to get off my horse. Of course, I can just steal a horse later on in this battle. For now, though, it looks okay. Although the mouth of the bridge here, there's a lot more troops in our direction than I want, right? We're going to have to... And they're physically pushing our units back here. I mean, they have 500 cavalry and a bunch of other units, 300 infantry, a bunch of archers. This is a gigantic force. So let's pour the infantry in right away. We've got archers set up well. At least we have them sort of bound up. And this is where that high medicine skill pays off, right? We need our troops here to be able to hold on through this first wave. If we can survive this first wave, then maybe we can start kiting. Maybe we can start getting the rest of their troops in a worse position. The death spam looks good right now, but I assure you that this is not a winning strategy. We don't have enough firepower to maintain this, and more importantly, even though you don't see deaths, guys are getting injured, right? The game does not show you that very well, and we have a lot of infantrymen right now that are probably at half health, right? They're up there just wailing away. Cavalrymen too. But this first wave, it's going pretty good, right? So I'm just going to clean up the edges here. I'm watching for their infantry to shove through. Eventually, their infantry vanguard is going to shove through all this cavalry, and that's going to be quite the task to destroy it. Now, I see some infantrymen here on the flank. You see that down there? Let's flank these bitches, right? These crossbow, let's put them way out on the enemy's left. That way those guys have a nice clean shot around all these shields. Those crossbows ought to be able to rack up extra kills by having a good angle. You fucker. This guy interrupts me and shit. Fuck you. Use your fucking clothes as a nutsack bag. All right, in we go here. Their infantry is pushing it through. Smashing through all their infantry here. Now the nice thing is they're sort of filtering through. Instead of coming through 300 at a time, it's like 30 here. So hopefully they keep kind of slowly filtering through where we can just execute these guys. They have no chance 30 on 30. Okay, a little bigger flush here. There's fucking, of course they have Legionnaires, Britannian Fian Champs in their army. We are using the StrengthenAI mod, and a lot of the armies they're not Juggernaut, but they're really strong. That's working good. Those guys are going to run out of ammo soon. I've got one square back here in case that infantry charge got ugly, but I think we'll just get all of our infantry up here. Fuck! Their reinforcements are getting in here before we can even dispatch this wave. And there's no retreating here, right? We can't retreat. We'd be trampled by hundreds of cavalry. They're already pushing through. This is the priority. Try to destroy these guys here. Let's get horse archers here to slow these guys a little bit. I need a horse. We'll probably steal a Consguard horse. Get off my fucking Palace Guard, motherfucking Legionary. My companion looks exactly like the enemy. Can't see at all. Oh shit. You can't see and all of a sudden you're slashed and hacked. Fuck you guys. At least I have my decreased melee taken damage banner. And that barely hurt me, whatever that was. A Fian Champ or something slashing me. The rest of these bitches here, let's smash these guys into oblivion. Fian Champs, on your bike, bitches. On your back. Down you guys go. The good thing is they're already down to middle tier cavalry, right? So we can smash through this. Can't let these guys get loose in our backfield, of course, because a bunch of heavy cavalry like this will interrupt our Fian Champs. Now, the death spam still looks good, right? Maybe we can pull this off. The crossbow, okay, they're done shooting. We charge at them. The skirmishers are doing a good job. The problem, though, is that I don't have any other tactics at my disposal here, right? We are basically trying to hold back a fucking avalanche here. They're sneaking heavy cav through, or at least light cav through here, which is still a problem because these guys will interrupt. I'm going to try to get on a horse here and help our guys. Oh shit, you get a little matrix pause button. Sometimes I fat finger the RTS mode pause key binding. Apologies for that. Back on your horses, men. There's still work to be done. I see just a mountain of enemy troops on the bridge. That looks like 1,500 right there. The whole bridge is just completely packed edge to edge with enemy troops. The good thing is our archers can't miss, right? We can get these Fian Champs like the crossbow on the flank. In fact, we might even split that division just so that the enemy's getting hit from both sides here. And this might be one of those battles where I can hear the guys saying, see, you should have more Fian Champs in your army. But I'm telling you, there will be other battles where it'll be important to have less. In fact, some of our siege victories that we've already won, I'm confident we lose if all we have is Fian Champs. Make no mistake, this series is not like an argument against Fian Champs. They're amazing. I'm just saying the guys who say the best army possible is all Fian Champs are just wrong. That's all there is to it. Maybe for a very specific set of battles. These fucking guys, this fucking cavalry's coming through. Unfortunately, the enemy has a huge amount of shields here. So even though we have 100 Fian Champs, a lot of their arrows are finding shields. We're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and just smash these horsemen to pieces. Fortunately, I have just the hammer for that. Let's charge at the third corps here. It is a fucking incredibly chaotic battle. Win or lose, this is going to be great to share with you fellas. Can 400 fucking elite brave troops hold back what seems like every unit in Calradia is coming after us here? It's unbelievable how much fucking chaos there is. And again, we are going to save scum, so to speak. We're not going to just let this army be captured. If we lose this, we will save scum to, I saved about 20 or 30 minutes ago after the siege successful. I shouldn't have said that. After the siege defense of Baron Castle, cat's out of the bag. Okay, let's charge here too. These guys are just standing there. And so we'll be able to just march on with this army. This is definitely, this whole series is essentially a challenge series. This is not part of the main campaign. You would not intentionally fight with 400 troops against the whole world. Before this battle started, I intentionally manipulated these armies. There was one army that was about to engage us and another army a little ways off, and I basically ran one army in circles until they were both hot on our trail, to have this episode. Do a little fancy editing, and you guys won't even see all that part, the behind the pass, behind the stage kind of stuff. Well, fortunately, this hammer is one-shotting all of these cavalrymen, right? It's just a cavalry massacre, and Fian Champs are now charging. They're pretty damn good in melee, right? They're up there wailing away with their two-handed weapon. They won't have great staying power, but it's definitely going to be a nice line of shock troops for us. More troops are pouring into the horizon. I can just see wave upon wave of enemy forces coming. So we're in a fight to the death here, right? The power bar actually looks pretty close. Like we can win this shit. So let's fucking dig deep here. The cons guards are smashing these bitches. That guy got shot dead. And I'm just going to weed through here. There's no tactics here, right? It's literally, this is an F1, F3 situation. It's chaos. There's troops fucking everywhere. Everywhere I go, there's 6 troops trying to kill me, trying to kill our companions. Fuck you, Santa Hat motherfuckers. Bore in here. Fortunately, these are medium tier units, right? We're no longer facing Fian Champs and stuff like that, right? In fact, a lot of these are tier 2 and tier 3 units. So maybe we got a shot. Can smash these archers to pieces. Bodies are flying everywhere, and a huge amount of shields just surged up. In fact, I might be in trouble here. God, look at this side starting to break down. Let's bore in here. Let's try to get behind these guys. Of course, with their shields holding up, you want to try to get behind them. It's obviously dangerous, but it's a risk we got to take. Our troops, you just feel for your troops. They're just digital pixels. It means nothing. But our guys are just, they're physically being pushed back because there's so many enemy troops. Fuck you, bitch, Northern Empire. Come on, we got a chance still. Oh shit, that's a lot. It's just the whole bridge. The whole bridge is enemy troops. And now I really am in trouble. I am fucking trapped. There's nobody around me. I'm getting the fucking truck and woodsman beat down. Fortunately, they're doing 2 and 3. Let's see if I can sneak out of this. I made it out, but I don't think it's going to matter. The death spam just turned decidedly bad, and you know what that is. These guys are out of hit points, right? That extra hit points that these guys get from our medicine skills, it doesn't make them immortal, right? And these guys finally are succumbing to this onslaught. We certainly gave it our all, though, and I kind of like this, right? You know, we're not going to just quit and say, oh, we lost, fuck this challenge. We fucked up here, frankly. I took a gamble at trying to get to the bridgehead here. I think if we jam the bridgehead up, we got a better chance, right? We're basically fighting almost in the open field against what looks like, 5,000 troops. And look at that shit. It's just it looks like a fucking Walmart mob Zerg motherfuckers just pouring across the bridge. So we didn't actually even get that close here, but I like this for the series, right? You guys are not going to know whether or not we're going to succeed. There will be some close battles, hopefully, which will amp up the suspense and make it interesting to watch. And it also shows that our army is mortal, right? We're going to have to use tactics here. Otherwise, we're going to get the Otruk Woodsman Vigla recruit beat down here, like all these cons guards. They're all getting chased. There's like one wildling in there that got gang raped, and the enemy's victorious. A bunch of peasants smashed the shit out of our elite army. This is like the opposite, ironically, of Hugh the Hammer. His origin is the peasant revolt, where we were the armies with huge amounts of peasants and looters and shit like that smashing down nobles. Ironically, the shoe's on the other foot for this challenge. But this challenge is going to go on, so I'm going to say my spiel here. Appreciate you for watching. This is kind of a short fight compared to some of the other epic battles, and there should be more epic battles in this series. We're gonna sort of search for really interesting battles, different locations that I'm familiar with. That'll be interesting to try to fight the whole fucking map in one battle like this. 4,000 foes proved too much for us today, but that was fun, and it was closer than it looked, even though they have 1,300 troops left. I think if we jammed that bridge shut a little bit earlier, shoved an infantry block in there, and really got the arrows going early on, we had a better shot. But there's no excuses here. Ultimately, a loss is a loss. You learn from losses. We'll move on. So I appreciate you, fellas. Of course, if you want to see more from the channel, more of this series, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys. On the way out, also, if you don't mind hitting the like button, it takes a quarter of a second. With all that said, I will see you friends next time.